Good evening. I just had to get that out of our way, didn't I? Uh, I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome, Luisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate it.
I do too. This is going to be a really great show, folks. We don't want you to go anywhere. If you change the channel, you're going to miss the important part. This is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to be able to apply some of these strategies to your life, because I want you to enjoy your everyday life. I'm so blessed to have Luisa Montalvo with us. She is the #1 championship international Toastmaster. That's so awesome. Congratulations, Luisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. So I got a great show for you folks. I truly do. What I'd like to do is this. I'd like to just have you go ahead, introduce yourself. And when you're done introducing yourself, I'm going to go ahead and play for the folks the very first 2019. That's what, and I met you pretty close after that, where you won the runner-up. And well, yeah, thank you, Ruben Lowing, because I love you. You are so awesome. And that's how I met Luisa. She said, "Oh, you got to watch this." And I did. And it's like, holy cow. All right. So tell us about yourself, Luisa.
Well, thank you, Steve. I'm Luisa Montalvo, and I was born and raised here in South Texas. In my mid 60s. I'm having so much fun with life, and I am a Toastmaster member. And with Toastmasters, every year they hold an international speech contest, and these are contests that involve members from over 150 countries worldwide. In 2019, there were about 30,000 contestants, and I made it all the way to the finals, the top 8. And once I competed, I came in second place. And that was the first time a Hispanic had achieved the honor of being in the top 3 in the world. And then last year, after a few more years of competition, I wound up obtaining first place in the world, also the first Hispanic to achieve that level. And that's what I'm doing now.
That's so awesome. Oh, I just tell you. So, folks, you are really in for a great show. I just promise you that. I'm going to start it out by playing the video. It's actually not what it is, a video. You can bear with me on that because I'm going to screen share this, folks. Um, but this is your first presentation in 2019 where you were the runner-up. So this is really awesome. Let me adjust everything properly. Let's see if I can do this. Bring you this on stage. There we go. I got to pop over here to YouTube and let's listen in.
And just to preface, Steve, this could be
What?
this could be about anything the speaker wanted it to be. And it's usually 5 to 7 minutes long. Usually supposed to be inspirational or motivational, but totally made up by the speaker. So just wanted to preface that.
Okay. There you have it. You bet. Motivational, inspirational. Those are really good words. I love that, Luisa. All right. So let's go ahead and let her play.
First impressions. First impressions, Luisa Montalvo.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Luisa Montalvo, and I'm from South Texas. In South Texas, we ride horses, we carry guns, we all own a ranch, we got an oil well in our backyard. Heck, we like sipping tea, and we wear cowboy hats and cowboy boots everywhere, even in the shower. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters from around the world, and everyone else, even if you're not from Texas. Recently, I was approached by a gentleman, and he said, "You're from South Texas, but you don't have an accent." I felt so sorry for him. I responded with, "Golly gosh darn it, I'm sorry about that." I didn't have the heart to tell him
There we
I don't
go.
own a horse. And I still don't know who shot JR. It's easy to have misconceptions of different people. You see, we are influenced by social media, movies, and television. I myself am still trying to break any stigma related to my race. You see, I want what everybody else wants, a level playing field. For 28 years, I lived in South Texas, and that was my security blanket. And then I moved 6 hours north to Austin, Texas, and didn't realize I was about to have a life learning experience. Now, I'm the kind of person that will actually pull over and help you change a flat tire. I'll even pick up hitchhikers and give them a ride. And one day, I was driving home from my brand new job. Traffic is going its usual 5 miles an hour. And up on the hill, I noticed a woman with long black hair, khaki slacks. She was rummaging through the trunk of her car that was pulled over. I immediately pulled over to assist because I noticed she had a flat tire. I was so excited to help her, and imagine my surprise when he turned around. He was a young Hispanic male, tattoos up and down his arms and hands, across his chest and up his neck. He had an unkempt beard and a bandana that covered his entire forehead. Hey, you got a yak or something I can borrow? He must have noticed the shocked look I had on my face, because then he said, hey, you know me? No, sir, contrary to popular belief, we don't all know each other. And it's pronounced Jack, not yak. Hey, you going to give me an English lesson or you going to help me? No, sir, I'll help you. And that's when I realized I was afraid of him. I thought, he wouldn't do anything to me in broad daylight out here, would he? I slowly walked backwards to the trunk of my car just in case. But then I thought, wait a minute. I need to go on the offensive. I need to make him be afraid of me. I rummaged through the trunk of my car. I found an old beanie, a tire iron, and a hammer. Just in case, I pulled out the Mexican international symbol of peace, the rosary. As I approached him, he said, hey, you're just gonna help me change my tire, right? I said, yes, but you don't want to mess with me because I know Mexican judo. Mexican judo? What's that? I said, you don't know if I got a gun. You don't know if I got a knife. You don't know if I'm crazy. Oh, no. I just can't get my tire off. I took my hammer, took my crowbar. I pulled out the tire, put on the new one. Under 5 minutes. He said, wow, that was amazing. Thank you. He said, my name is Jesus. Of course it is. I shook his hand. He said, hey, I don't have any money to pay you, but I could tell you a yoke. Okay, Jesus, what's your joke? He said, okay, you're gonna love this. Okay, ready? You ready? Okay. Two Mexicans walk out of a bar. It could happen. Jesus, I don't get it. Well, no, usually we're escorted or we're kicked out. But we never just walk out. Funny. I like that. We exchanged numbers, and as he drove off into the sunset, I realized the only difference between him and I, or you and me, are the clothes we choose to wear and what we hold in our minds and in our hearts. You see, how could I have asked the world to give me a level playing field when I hadn't done this for my fellow man. I was embarrassed and ashamed. We are living through troubled times right now, and it seems like we're always living through troubled times. So I ask you to join me and please let go of the first impressions and misjudgments. See, when I was a little girl, my mother asked me if I knew what I wanted to be in life. Mom, I'm only 8. She said, Luisa, whatever you do, make the world a better place. I am Luisa Montalvo, and I'm trying. Y'all come back now, here.
Wow. Wow.
That was one of my favorite speeches.
That was very good.
Thank you.
You know, I love the way that you put in some humor, and yet you were so very serious at the end. And that's just very powerful. Wow. And then, you know, I don't think it takes much to wonder why I really love you so much. and then you came back and you won number one. That was runner up. Wow, how awesome. So I do want to say this. It looks like we don't have my co-host Tamika tonight.
Okay.
Don't know what's going on with her. Possible, and you had mentioned this earlier, is that there's maybe a weather issue going on, because boy, it's nuts. I wondered if I was going to have a problem, but she might not be able to get online, is what I'm thinking. Okay, folks, we do want you to stick with us, all right? Because that's just the first part. I haven't even got to my questions. We haven't watched the second half of the show, because I think what I should do, let you give a quick preface, Luisa, and then I'll run the second part of the show. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Right.
I was inspired to, actually, I had thought second place is good enough for me. I'm done competing, which I always love to compete, doesn't matter what it is. But I was inspired by a lady in Puebla, Mexico, and she mentioned that I should continue competing because I should strive for first place. And I thought, wait a minute, this took me 7 years to obtain second place, so I have to do this for another 7 years. And
Right.
I thought, well, wait a minute, aren't you happy with second place? I'm happy with second place. And she told me, Luisa, if anybody can make it to first, it would be you. And when she said that, again, you know, a stranger telling me they have more faith in my ability to do something than I thought myself. So I went and continued to compete. And finally, last year, 2024, I was able to compete and was able to bring home first place, number one in the world. And
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. I still pinch myself when somebody announces me at the start of a podcast or a Zoom or something. So it's
Right.
been surreal. Just amazing.
Isn't it though? It is totally amazing. All right. So I'm going to try and do this other broadcast if I can. Let me see. I'll
Now,
add you.
if I can mention something, Steve.
Well, certainly.
I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to compete. I had been in a rather traumatic car accident.
Yeah.
I had been transporting some homeless dogs, and I mentioned that in the speech. But
yeah,
it's been 3 years, and I still can't walk. I'm still in my wheelchair, but I wasn't going to let that stop me from competing. So I just wanted to preface it with that.
Yeah, that's what's the shocking part for sure. Because I mean, it's an exceptional speech, and I just saw it before the show. Um, and that's what's just yeah, it's well. I just want you folks to watch and listen. Get your Kleenex out because you're gonna need to probably wipe your eyes. I mean, I brought tears to my eyes to watch the first one, let alone this next one. Um, you are a very strong woman, and it shows. So if I can figure this out, share the screen. All right, world champion. That's the one. All right. Um,
That's it.
there we go. Okay. So, any more that you want to say before I go ahead and start her up?
No, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Then let's just go ahead and do this. This is the 2024 Toastmaster World Champion Speaking Event. Luisa Montalvo did win this. I am not surprised. Yeah, I have faith in her too. But let's watch this story.
Luisa Montalvo, 37 strangers, 37 strangers, Luisa Montalvo.
Thank you, contest chair.
You're welcome.
Clear. Clear. We have a female, unresponsive, no pulse. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters from around the world, and guests. 2 years ago, a horrific automobile accident, and that unresponsive female was me. For 6 minutes, my heart stopped beating. Best sleep ever. My co-driver and I had just finished dropping off 88 homeless shelter dogs to a dog rescue in New Jersey. On the way back, as I sat in the passenger seat of the van, that's when the accident happened. As I lay there unconscious, 37 strangers in the way of firefighters, EMT specialists, helicopter pilots, surgeons, nurses, all came together to try to save my life. Because death, it's so final. Now, I don't recall anything because I was asleep. But those 6 minutes, my imagination ran away from me. And I can almost imagine what happened with me trying to get into heaven. Probably went like this. I'm standing there in front of the pearly gates. St. Peter's on his iPad. I can even see my God in the background playing with his dogs. Oh, and I say my God because I don't want to offend some of you. I want to offend all of you. St. Peter, I'm Luisa Montalvo. St. Peter says, I don't even have you on the agenda. Hang on. He goes back to talk to God and says, God, Luisa Montalvo's here. And God says, I don't have anybody for 2 minutes. He says, wait a minute. St. Peter, was this a car accident? St. Peter says, yes, it was. Luisa Montalvo, makes sense. Have you ever seen her drive? Oh. No, God, she was the passenger. Luisa, is she the one trying to save my homeless dogs in Texas? Yes, God, that's her. God leans over, waves at me and says, Luisa, today's not your day. It's not your time. He leans over, to St. Peter's iPad and hits the reset button. At that moment, I'm imagining that that's when they take that final attempt to try to get me to save my life. Put the pedals on me. Clear. And I start to breathe again. For the next 90 days, I'm in a trauma center and in a rehab facility, questioning my life. What was my value? What was I worth? I couldn't even walk. What good was I? And then it hit me. I'm rolling myself into the gym, ready to work out that final week before I go home. And even though my father said, quitters cry, I started to cry. I wheel myself to my machine. I start working out, and this young, handsome man is working out next to me. Hi, how are you doing? I'm getting married soon. I haphazardly listen to his wedding plans, and then I start to ask myself, why is he even here? He looks so young and fit. And just like that, I looked down and realized he's just recently lost both of his legs. And yet, here he was with a smile on his face, happy he'd been given a second chance, and life was not going to get away from me. He wasn't going to waste a single minute. Wow. I know a lot of us go through life, and sometimes we even question our value. Why are we even here? But if 37 strangers were able to see the value in me, all their positive input, I am now making that part of my output. Because, we will listen to a stranger that tells us we have value before we listen to ourselves. It's true. If you're needing some stranger to tell you you have value, allow me to be that stranger. Because if 37 people can come together and put all this energy into me, can you imagine what 1,700 of us could accomplish? All it is treating each other with dignity and worth. How awesome would it be if we could all be united like this every day? If you're ready to hit that reset button, if you're looking for that second chance, let's hit that reset button. Are you ready? Clear? Clear. Adam Toastmaster.
Wow. Thank you, Luisa. That's so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's so much there for me. Like, forget these other questions. It's like, what? This is a few days ago. That's today. Wow. You're so inspirational. So inspirational.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you're alive. I had no idea.
Me too. Me too.
Wow. Wow. That is a serious story. And it's a story about renewal. Renewal, a new opportunity, the ability to be able to, well, seriously, God didn't want to take you at that point, right?
Correct.
And because you're here for a reason. I feel the same way. I mean, I am lucky that I am alive. I truly am. And I know that God kept me here for a reason too. So I want you to share with the viewers about your passion. Tell us about your passion and how you're achieving that now.
Well, I have two passions. Well, actually, more than two, but right now I'm focusing on two of them. One
Right.
of them is, of course, public speaking, trying to motivate and inspire, inspire as much as I can. Because again, it takes a stranger to tell you you have value before you'll realize you're valuable. And the other is dog rescue. And I didn't get into this until about 8 or 10 years ago. So if you're going through life and wondering what your passion is and you haven't found it and you're 30 or you're 40 and you're thinking, I'm never going to find it, you can find it when you're 55, which is what I did. And it's just realizing that we have sort of a pandemic here in South Texas, and it may be in other places too, where because we do not spay and neuter and we are not responsible pet owners, we are overflowing with dogs in these shelters. And of course, there's two things that can happen to a dog when it goes into a shelter. Somebody will see it and want to adopt it, or somebody won't see it. And then it's left up to the shelter to do what they have to do, which is, of course, to euthanize. So me realizing this is a problem here in South Texas, my passion is trying to be able to at least incorporate or start a free spay and neuter clinic, to where maybe if we can spay and neuter as many dogs and cats as possible, maybe 500 every 2 weeks, by
Wow.
getting volunteers and veterinarians and
Hmm.
equipment and places to have this done, that possibly in 7 years, the only dogs that will be in the shelter are dogs that have been lost. And people will go and reclaim them because they're missing their dog. And
That's
of course,
cool.
that's a vision or a passion of mine right now. And I've been working on it for a few years. And actually, we do have an organization down here that has started to try to do that,
Hmm.
but it's like a gas station. You can have 10 gas stations and they're all still going to be needed. If we can
Right.
have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different organizations doing a spay neuter program
Right.
to be able to relieve this pandemic, then yes, that would be great. So that's one of my passions.
That is awesome. I want to acknowledge Tamara Hunter. She's talking about your dog rescue and how that still inspires her. I'm pretty sure she had you on the Service Hero show a few years back.
Oh, okay.
Um, you know, and I truly love Tamara. I mean, Tamara inspired me to be on 3E360 here today. Um, yeah, I noticed I did. Well, I didn't even brush my hair, right? Yes,
Anything to make your
folks.
guests look good. I love it, Steve. I love it.
Good. But that's how authentic this is, right? It's all cool. Um, okay. So yes, Tamara Hunter is really awesome. I got off track there. She appreciates the fact that that was a powerful speech, and she's glad that I shared this tonight. And I truly am blessed to be able to have you on. It is a powerful vision. Thank you, Tamara. It is a powerful passion as well. Um, Having compassion for dogs and being involved in the spay and neuter is really important for animals that. Because I know my sister's into it too. She is definitely into that for the cat side of the
Uh-huh.
family.
Yep. Yes.
Um, and having that as a passion, I think, is a really awesome thing because you know they're like humans. You
Mhm.
know, they truly are. We just need to understand that. So having compassion for the dogs is an important role in your journey, and clearly now I don't mean to tread on tough ground here. You had an accident, a car accident. Can you maybe tell us about what happened there? You were transporting dogs at the time?
Yes, we were. We had just dropped off 88 homeless shelter dogs to a dog rescue there in New Jersey. And on the way back, I had just driven, so my co-pilot was going to drive, and of course, it was an accident,
Right.
overcorrected, and overcorrecting, we ran into a parked 18-wheeler, and then as we're spinning down the highway, another 18-wheeler came and hit me on my side. So I was hit by two 18-wheelers.
Oh boy.
Because I like to do things big, I don't.
And that's pretty big.
Yeah, that was pretty big. So
yeah.
Yes. Luckily, there was an EMT, emergency response team member that was about 4 cars behind the accident. And even though he and his wife were on vacation, were heading to Florida to start their vacation, he saw the accident and immediately pulled over. And had it not been for him, I would not be here. So very grateful for him.
Yes. Well, I guess that was part of the why you didn't pass on too, because I believe the Lord probably had him there for that reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
And we stay in touch, which is even more amazing. I talked to him quite a bit. And
that is amazing.
I told him as soon as I start walking, which I'm hoping is here in the next 6 months with different things I'm doing now, I'll be able to go up to New Jersey and visit him and thank him for saving my life.
Yeah, so it puts you in the wheelchair. You're still in a wheelchair.
Yes.
I really love your not letting that stop you, because some people that could wreck their whole thing.
Yeah. And you know what? It did a few times, Steve. I am so stubborn-headed and so strong-willed, but there were times when I was just ready to say, you know what?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll just stay in the wheelchair the rest of my life, and I won't do anything about it, and it doesn't matter. And of course, I have been graced to have amazing family and friends that have shown me that I can do this. I can conquer this, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
You can. Well, and healthcare is coming a long way.
Yes.
A long way. And I mean, I think there's a lot of things that are happening that definitely are not mainstream. They're not even like available in most cases these days. But I do know that there's the opportunity, I believe, that you can walk again. And that's really awesome. So having that passion to say, and I'm really proud of you too, because I mean, I almost quit. I almost said, I'm done with this.
Right.
And I didn't. And thank you, Joshua Berglund. He's the one that said, keep on going, and I would look back at my old videos and say, I said to people, keep on going, don't quit. And yet we can get there because of circumstances.
And the thing is, Steve, I have buckets of patience for anybody else, but when it comes to myself, zero patience. And that was what it was, realizing that I needed to give myself the same amount of patience that I was giving other people. And that's actually what got me through, along with, like I said, having people that really cared about me and really wanted to see me succeed and be able to get past this. And that's what I'm doing.
Tamara says here that her mom was told she couldn't walk after a car accident and multiple surgeries, and she did walk again. And there you go. I mean, I know that they're coming up with things for people that can't, that are I don't even know what the right word is. Is it orthotics, or let's just say that they've got the answers for them. And people that might be missing their limbs that are runners, like, wow. That's really awesome. And it takes it takes the right mindset, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely, because I was in a totally different mindset, and I think I expressed that in my speech. I thought, I have no value. I can't walk. And yet I turn around and I see all these people. I started watching all these videos of all these people that had been told they couldn't walk or didn't even have legs to walk. And
Right.
yet here they were living regular lives and no problem and adjusting. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, well, and really that's all it is with anything, is if we think we can't do it, but then if somebody shows us, look, this guy's doing it. Oh, okay, well, wait a minute, this can be done, or this has been done. And it gives you the hope to go
Mm-hmm.
on and find a way to do things. And I thought, okay. And of course, with me, the best way to get me to do something is tell me I can't do it. So
That's
so when the
I
doctors
get
had,
it.
yeah, when the doctors had said, well, we're not sure, but
Excuse me.
these are the chances, these are the odds. I said, okay, you know what? I think I got this. I got this. And it's been, I'm not going to lie, it's been a struggle because I have never gone through depression.
Right.
I knew a few people that did have the anxiety and the depression, the symptoms, and I didn't really know how to, I guess, I don't know how, not how to address it, how to be able to realize they're going through something entirely different that I had never experienced. I'm always
Right.
upbeat, let's go, let's do this. So it was almost uncomprehendable for me to be able to say, okay, this person doesn't feel the way you feel. And then
Right.
when I was in this accident and I started going through bouts of depression, I thought, oh my gosh, if this is what people deal with on a daily, I commend them for getting up and getting out of bed, because it's a beast. It's a beast. And I was just lucky to, like I said, to have the friends and family around me that supported me and always checked on me and always encouraged me. And that's what got me through all of this.
That's awesome. And that's where friends come in, and that's where community comes in. And it's so
Yes.
important is to help their friends when they're down. We know who our true friends are when that happens, not the ones that say, "Oh yeah, I'm your friend," and "Oh yeah, yeah," and they're really just wanting us to, get our money or whatever they're after. But the true friends, we know who those are. And I'm blessed too. I mean, I think we're all blessed together. And that's why I love these shows, because I bring quality guests that are leaders like yourself. I mean, you're right at the top. And we're all a family, and we all want the best for everybody. We truly want that part. If we can, yeah, if we can help you, that's why we're here. If you want to talk, you can reach out to myself, or you can reach out to Luisa. We're accessible. That's what's cool about that part.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, I've got more questions for you, but let's do this, because I truly am a major supporter of Chemo Buddies for Life. That is Tamara Hunter's group. It is a 501c3. I'm a chemo buddy. I've been affected, not personally, but have friends, family that have are not with us anymore. Several, like my ex-wife, is not with us anymore over cancer, but I'm there to support you. And I just want to play this commercial here for Chemo Buddies. So they're here to help you too. If you happen to be suffering for any reason, because you either know somebody that had cancer or you've had cancer, we're here for you.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been shown that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
Share this with your friends and family and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a chemo buddy for life.
We are a buddies network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are chemo buddies for life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for Life.
Healing through connections.
Wow. I get choked up every time I watch that stuff. That's about community. Tell us about how community is important for you, Luisa. I mean, I know that you've already kind of touched on some of this stuff, but I want our viewers to hear it from you too, again, and or new. The brand new stuff.
As I mentioned before, I am a member of Toastmasters International. And the beauty of that is that second word, international, because I do recall in 2019 coming in second place, I instantly gained about, 50,000 friends that when I was in my accident 3 years ago, I was getting text messages and emails and mail from all of these people that knew me through Toastmasters International. And it has formed for me, it has formed part of a family, a core value of mine, which is just caring about each other. And with the clubs we have here in the Valley, that's my community. I don't know of anything that I could have asked for that somebody would have found a way to have helped me with whatever I needed. And that's really all community is just helping each other in any way we can. It doesn't always have to be monetary or time wise, but it's just, to me, it's just been amazing to be able to see what all or how many people will step up, because all we really want to do is help each other. If you get right down to it, if there's something that you can do that can help someone else, the gift of giving is just amazing, along with the gift of receiving, but the gift of giving. And I actually had a friend of mine who put it in perspective for me, because I'm not the type of person who will ask for anything. But being in a wheelchair and living alone, I was having to depend on people that could help me get my wheelchair inside the trunk of my car or get it out for me because I wasn't able to. And I just felt terrible asking for people. And my friend said, "How do you feel when you help someone?" I said, "Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I absolutely love it." She says, "You realize you're denying that other people that joy by not asking for help. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're incapable. It just allow people to help you." And when she said it like that, it just opened everything up. And I went, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So
there's a doggy. Love it. Very cool.
Yep.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw the dog. It's like, oh, cool.
Oh, yes. Well, and actually, he's a foster. He's not even mine, but he's slowly adapting to. He's trying to get used to the other 8 dogs I've got here in the house, and he's a handful. So right now he's here with me.
That's awesome. All righty. Let me just see here. I want you to tell the viewers what you would tell your younger self. What would you suggest to your younger self?
Well, it wouldn't be go have fun, because I've been having fun since I was 3 or 4 years old.
Right.
Gosh, that's a good question. I really haven't thought of it.
Yeah, you're thinking
Okay,
about that, right?
Here's one. I know that in the beginning, when I was in high school and even right after high school, I always worried what people were going to think about me. And I think I wasted time worrying about that. I just recently heard someone say, if worrying added any time to your life, then do it. But since it doesn't, then why are you doing it? And I think I worried too much about what either society was going to say about me or what people were going to think about me. So I really wasn't, I think, my true self till, I don't know, maybe in my mid 40s. And I thought,
Okay.
man, I could have done anything. There's so many things. I think I limited myself because I was worried about what people might say or think. And that wasn't that much of a part of my life, but I realize now that I shouldn't have done that. I should have just done whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing that now.
Yeah, you had another opportunity to do that, and that's what's so beautiful, because I feel the same. It's like, I made a lot of mistakes in my time. I mean, had a lot of success, but I hurt a lot of people, and I recognize that. And I can't change any of that, but I can change today, right here, right now. And that's the part that's important, is that I'm changing the way I was. I'm not like I used to be anymore.
Correct. And that's good, because some people never change. They continue to be whatever it is they are.
Yeah.
But I know I have faults, many of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I realize it now, I'm like, okay, well, how can I do better? How can I be better?
Right. Well, that's the opportunity that I think everybody has, that opportunity to be able to do something different and take that action to make their life better. Because for me, I've experienced complacency, and that's a really bad word for me, is complacency.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'm like, oh, I'm okay with this. I'm at one point I was like, oh, I'm complacent with drinking. Oh yeah, I'm just a drunk, because that's what people were telling me. Oh, you're a drunk. Oh, you're no good. Or you're this, or you're that. And I was just like buying it in 100%. So, oh, okay, well, that's what I am. Well, no, that's not really what I am. That's what I thought I was, because I was complacent and I accepted the situation. Complacency is not where I want to be. We want to learn and grow, is what I believe.
And that's good that you saw that. That's good.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't. And,
you're right.
And again, society telling you what you are, who you are, and we allow society to do that to us.
Yes,
that's
we do. We do, because and I was that way for a very long time, is that other people's opinions, I would own them, and I was so worried about making them happy, and live that Southern California, got to keep up with the Joneses, and it was so fake,
Absolutely.
And when you get real with yourself, and you have to ask yourself the questions, the hard questions, to be able to examine, why did I do that? Was that beneficial to me? Could I have done something different? And I know that, and I know that this is going to resonate with everybody that hears it, is that we are love. Okay. And being love and being compassionate and being understanding for others is truly much more fun than being a jerk like I was to my family and the people that I cared about. I mean,
Well, to me, Steve, I'd like to go back really quick and
Yeah.
and address what you said, because you said, hey, keeping up with the Joneses, it was so fake.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with keeping up with the Joneses if it's what you want to do. If you feel you're being pressured into that, then you're allowing society to run your life.
That's
now,
it. It was
hey, if you have the money, if you have the desire, if you have the want, all that to do that, and that makes you happy, and you're not harming anyone, do it.
Well, exactly.
But if we're doing it so society accepts us.
See, yeah, I get it. See, for me, is like I thought that's all the things that I wanted: the white picket fence, and the marriage, and the kids, and all of this. And I'm glad that I had it, But I recognized that those weren't the important factors for my life, because something was telling me way back well, that to me was God, whispering to me, like when I was 19, don't drink and drive, and I just did not listen. I know.
Hard lesson sometimes.
It was a hard lesson. A couple telephone poles later, and it was not a pleasant thing to experience, but I'm still here to talk about it, and that's the good part. So I'm here to try and hopefully inspire you folks to be able to want to enjoy your life. And if you're happy with your life the way it is, then I'm happy for you that way too, for real. Yeah. Okay, well, are we on time? I just totally lost track. All right, we are running down. So we have a few moments left. I would like for you to share your final thoughts. What inspiration would you provide for our viewers?
I guess what I was wanting to tell myself, my younger self, is if you are young right now, and even if you're not, do what makes you happy. That's it. If you're living your life to please your parents or your partner or your family, if that makes you happy, then fine, do it. But gosh, if you can live your life for you, how amazing and how fun would that be? And that's what I'm realizing now, that I'm so glad I ran into the rescue part of the pets and the dogs and the cats, because 5 years ago I bought a bus so that I could help transport dogs out of South Texas to New York and the East Coast, because they take care of pets so much better than anybody I know. And I remember setting up the bus, because I had gutted it out, took all the seats out and fixed it with crates and everything. And I thought, man, if you would have told me when I was 20 that at the age of 60, I was going to buy a bus and transport homeless dogs to the East Coast, and I was going to be the happiest I'd ever been, I never would have believed you. But yet, it's what brought me so much happiness. And you'll know what is right. There's something that I heard the other day, and it just resonated. It's like, what is meant for you will never miss you.
Mm-hmm.
What is meant for you will never miss you. And I thought, wow, that's powerful. And if I had anything to tell the viewers, it would be, I hope you're having fun with life, because I've been given a second chance. And even though I thought I was having fun before, I'm having more fun now, because I'm taking advantage of every single minute.
That's awesome. We want people to be happy. We want you to enjoy your life. I say, enjoying your everyday life, just like Joyce Myers talks about, is truly happiness. Mm-hmm. I was unhappy for so long. I don't want to see that for anybody else. You're young. If you're young and you're watching, you can change your life now. You can have an enjoyable life. Don't feel bad about what you've done or experienced, or even if other people have hurt you. Yes, it's a terrible, absolutely 100%. But guess what? We can all overcome and break through those barriers. And that's what's beautiful about life. truly is. I am
Absolutely.
so blessed that you were here with us, Luisa.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. I would love to have you back. That would be really awesome too. Um,
Anytime, anytime.
that's so nice, so nice. So thank you to all of our viewers. We really truly appreciate it. I'll just run down some names here for us. Yeah, Tamara Hunter, we love you so very dearly much. Skip, we love you. He tell him his younger self, don't grow up. It's a trap.
There you go. Yes, yes, yes.
And it's so
I don't
right.
think I ever did, so that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that is a really good one. We love you so much, Skip. Robert Brooker, we love you too. Thank you. He agrees with Skip. We had several people here. Diana Pequeno, she is going to be coming up soon. Remember to join us Mondays, Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hopefully hit everybody that I see here. Oh, yes, Miss Angel. She is so wonderful. Thank you. Good evening. We love you too. Come back and join us, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple, and Android TV. Go to e360tv.com. Positive vibrations, the Get to Know broadcast. We love you. Thank you very much, Luisa.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I'm glad you touched on those subjects because I think it's something people need to hear, especially today. So it made me happy that you brought that up about, if you could, what would you tell your